go ahead.
Uh, Hi, my name is Bertha Figeroa, and I'm going to be interviewing Alex. The first question is, what is your greatest strength?
My greatest strength is my desire to always be learning. I'm currently in college studying for a bachelor's in cybersecurity. And on top of that, when I'm at my house on my own, I'm always applying what I've been learning at school. I'm always messing with new servers, trying to put up servers for my friends, helping them build computers, purchase new routers, build computers, just anything with the computer industry. I just have a large desire to learn this stuff.
Okay, my next question would be, tell me about a challenge or a conflict you faced at work and how you dealt with it.
The biggest challenge that I've had in my working life was when I was working as a manager at a cheese cutting facility. I was only 17 and just out of college, and I'd quickly risen through the ranks. I was in charge of people in their 40s, and I was only 17. I was supposed to be managing them, and as I'm sure you can imagine, a 40-year-old does not want to listen to the newbie on how to do his job. So it was very difficult for me to try to get them to listen. So ultimately, I ended up kind of going by the motto of I wouldn't ask them to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. So I tried to prove to them how hard of a worker I was and that I was willing and able to do all these things before I would ask them. So then I started gathering their respect and they would actually start to listen to me.
Cool. My third question, how would your boss and coworkers describe you?
My boss would definitely describe me as hardworking and always striving to learn more. I work at a muffler shop. My grandfather owns the shop, but despite studying computers, I'm just as I want to learn just as much about cars, despite the fact that I'm not studying them. So we work on a lot of classics on the side. We're just constantly doing engine rebuilds or transmission stuff. So I'm always up there trying to learn. Not that this is going to be my career, just out of personal interest and wanting to do more. That, along with whenever there's downtime, we have a lot of downtime there, but whenever there's downtime, I always pick up a broom, start sweeping. I try to find something to do to keep myself active. And ultimately, I don't want to be paid for just sitting around. I don't like the idea of that.
Okay, my last question would be, what experience do you have in this field?
For my experiences, I mainly have experience through my education. I finished an associate's in computer information systems at College of the Desert, and I recently transferred to Cal State San Bernardino studying information systems with a concentration in cybersecurity. I am currently working towards a certification in Red Hat for the Red Hat Academy. And on top of my education, I've done a little bit in the workforce with website administration, building websites for people and administering that. And mostly my experience just comes from things that I do on my own, servers that I've messed with. I've worked with Linux on my own, different firewall things, and ultimately it's just what I'm passionate about. So my experience mainly comes from just me wanting to learn this stuff and messing around with it on my own.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, I am Alex Edsell. I'm going to be interviewing Bertha Figeroa. Bertha, what would you see your greatest strength is?
I would say well, I have two great strengths. I think one of them would be my customer service skills, and then my second one would be solving difficult situations. So I currently work at a bank. I'm a teller. Um, we usually get, not every day, but once in a while, some difficult customers. I would say when one of my coworkers get a difficult customer, I like to jump in to help them out. Yeah, I would say those are my two greatest strengths.
All right. So, what would you say your greatest weakness would be?
My greatest weakness would be being organized. Uh, Usually, like, I tend to leave paperwork everywhere, and also it would be keeping like my cash organized. Because when I first started working there, I would not keep it organized, so it would be all over the place, and then I would end up miscounting at the end of the day, and so it would keep me off balance. But throughout the years, I've been working there for 3 years, and I would say I've gotten so much better at organizing my cash. Yeah.
All right. So, how would you say your boss and your coworkers describe you?
I would say they describe me as a person with a positive attitude. I always go in with a smile, and I like joking around with everyone and just having a good time. Uh, as well as I'm also right now part of the fun committee at work. So I'm the one that hosts like parties and surprises for everyone. Uh, like recently for Christmas, I bought stockings for everyone to put around the bank with our name on it. And yeah,
All right. How do you prioritize your work?
I prioritize my work by when every day when I go into work, I write everything down on a sticky note of what I've had to do, so I won't forget. I look at the work schedule to make sure that I don't interfere with anyone else's like lunch or breaks. I just like to stay on top of things. Whatever has to get done, I'll do it right away. Yeah,
All right, Bertha, thank you for your time.
thank you.